Jeez, these guys sure are crazy.
Indeed. Their combat tactics revealed a blatant disregard for their own lives.
Speaking of which... Hey, boss, you okay? You were a bit... intense back there. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Worthy, does something seem off about her to you too?
Indeed, Master Kevin. The Master seems to have elevated stress levels as of late. Perhaps you would like some calming herbal tea. I believe I have a few recipes in my databanks that may help. I'll just need a few scorpion tails.
What kind of recipe is that?
Hey, you two. What are you doing over there?
We are currently discussing you.
Nothing. Are you sure you're okay, boss? You look a little...
I'm fine, got it. Now be quiet, it's time for radio. Any objections?
Yeah,
Good.
Hello and welcome to Mojave Talk Radio. With me, as always, are my co-hosts Marcus.
Awe, amicus.
And Jess.
Howdy, y'all.
And our studio is still under repairs following that little invasion we suffered a couple of days ago. But we finally cleaned up all the raider bodies. Thanks to the Shady Sands Construction Company, I know it's not what you're used to, but you did a fine job.
I must ask, why were they wearing the unicorn hats?
That is a question I do not have an answer to.
They're raiders. They're more than a little crazy.
But such a helm provides no tactical advantage. In fact, they ruin any attempt at camouflage.
True, but seeing as how they don't seem to think much about dressing up in old tires, I doubt they care much at all about blending in.
Speaking of combat, that leads nicely into our topic for today. What would a war in the Mojave mean for the inhabitants in general?
Oh boy, this one's a doozy.
You are correct in that one, Jess. There are many things that must be taken into account for this subject of discussion. Before we begin, may I ask what kind of war we will be discussing today?
I'm sorry?
I think what he's trying to ask is, are we talking an all-out war or smaller skirmishes?
Oh, well, Let's assume an all-out war for the purposes of this conversation.
Very well. In regards to the Legion, the first matter of business would be to secure the region on both sides of the Colorado, where they already have a strong presence.
Which means that the NCR forces will have to step up their presence in the nearby towns and fortify them to hold off the Legion's attacks.
But in order to do that, they will have to pull more soldiers away from their already thin line of defense.
And that, in turn, means that there won't be enough forces to act as a proper deterrent for the various raider bands. Barring a large influx of wandering mercenaries, of course.
You're damn right about that. As it is, the NCR outpost can't do much about raiders. But take away what's left? We couldn't fight the powder gangers effectively. That would be insanity.
Jess, do you believe that even with these soldiers, the NCR could hold their lines?
Without some kind of outside intervention? Not a chance.
Really? You'd think they'd lose?
Outright? Maybe not. But they'd sure get pushed back from the coast. The front line's already as far back as Novak. I reckon we couldn't hold what's left of that coastal defense.
And then the Legion would push everything they have straight to the Hoover Dam. With that under their control, they control the Colorado and all the power in New Vegas.
Yep, and I'm not sure we'd even be able to hold that. The brats are so convinced that this battle will go like the last that they don't even seem to believe the Legion could win. That's a major disadvantage immediately.
Underestimating your opponents always is.
You sure got that right. Now, I don't much reckon that the NCR could do much of holding the dam without some serious help. Maybe, if Mr. House had some kind of army to move in, but I figure if he did, he would have used it for something already.
I suspect so. It sounds like the two of you don't think that the NCR could hold onto the dam, but what about further inland?
Perhaps if the NCR made a stand in Vegas itself. The city has a sizable defensive wall and many streets that could serve as kill zones.
With both the NCR troops and the Securitrons, I reckon that a force could hold the city itself through a pretty long siege, so long as they laid out some mines and a relief force showed up and assaulted the Legion from the rear.
And do you think that a relief force would show up?
Under Kimball? Probably. I figure he'd go so far as to commit the rest of the NCR's forces to take the city.
But with Kaisar himself here, all the strength of the Legion would be behind such a siege. I cannot say who would survive such a battle.
You got that right. The only thing for certain is it'd be a whole big mess that everyone else would lose on.
Well, I certainly hope it doesn't come to that then. It sounds like such a war would be devastating for the entire region. But sadly, that's our time for today. I hope to see you all back on the next episode.
So,
Kevin?
yeah?
Not right now.
We still haven't heard back from 3 patrols.
What's your point?
My point is that they're probably dead if we haven't heard from them. Adding in the fuckers we lost in raids, we're down 20 boys.
And we've got 2, 3 times as many slaves as usual, and more jet than we know what to do with.
Yeah? Well, I hope you can make some good caps, or we're gonna be out of fuckers real soon.
I'm sorry. Do you have a problem with my leadership style?
I have a problem with you wasting resources. Sure, we got more stuff, but if we get a name as those assholes that keep getting themselves killed, we're not gonna be able to recruit anyone else.
Why don't you let me worry about recruiting people and you worry about choosing our next target?
So what? You can announce it over the radio and tell everyone that we're coming.
That's the plan.
What? Are you fucking insane?
Shock and awe, Jackal. That's the new name of the game. We're gonna scare the shit out of the shitheads out in those wastes. We'll be the most feared band of fuckers in the Mojave.
This is stupid. You're stupid. I'm not fucking doing this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackal. Are you saying you'd like to retire? Are you, Jackal?
Fucking fine. We'll hit fucking Novak. They got Legion to worry about. Now we'll fuck them up from the other side.
You hear that, Novak? We're gonna show you what real badasses look like. Hope you're ready.
Alright, we got some work to do. Come on. Hello? We going?
How about first you tell me why you've been weird lately?
What?
From what Kevin has told me, your level of violence has increased dramatically, while your socialization has decreased as of late. I have also detected elevated stress levels in you over the past 24-hour period.
You narc.
Look, we're just worried about you. Ever since that vault, you've seemed a bit freaked out lately.
You mind your own damn business.
No offense, but the way I see it, this is my business. We all rely on each other out here, and when you're off, that means it affects the rest of us. I just don't want to see you get shot because your mind isn't in this.
What is this? Tragic backstory time? Well, congrats, you noticed. I'm a bit messed up right now. A group of raiders hit that vault, killed everyone, and it's a bit close to home for me. A raider band like that hit my hometown too, long time ago, so yeah, maybe I get a bit pissed off when I see shit like that. So what?
So why didn't you tell either of us?
I feel as though my trust has been abused, Master.
Yeah, I feel like my privacy's being abused here. Why the hell do either of you care?
The two of us were worried sick, and you just wanted to get a bit of payback? If you're going to drag the two of us into this, you should at least trust us with information like that.
Trust and communication are the foundations of success. Though I would say that high-power firearms are an excellent contribution as well.
We've all got to be here for each other. I learned that back in Freeside the hard way.
Hell, you guys got a point. Look, I'm sorry for not telling you guys, and I'll try to be a better team member from here on out. So, wanna go kick some raider ass?
Hell yeah, I do. You think you're the only one they've pissed off?
I have no strong opinions on this matter, but I will do as you say, Masters.
Awesome, let's go. You two are alright, you know that?
I kinda figured since I'm still alive.
Cocky little kid.
Why, thank you, Master. Your praise is a welcome change from the nagging voices in my head.
So, you think that's a problem?
Probably not. Besides, do you know a mechanic?
That depends on what you mean by mechanic.
Let me assure you, Master, I am quite capable of self-maintenance, I think. It has been a while.
See? She's good on her own. She'll be fine. Worthy seems to know what she's doing. Besides, she hasn't shot us yet.
I guess.